All right, today we're going to be demonstrating how to roll a coil. The guidelines for rolling a coil are your hands should work together. You should, the whole coil should roll when you're rolling it out. Use a whole arm movement, so you roll from your shoulders. You're not a Tyrannosaurus Rex, so don't just roll with your hands. Light, consistent pressure should be used when rolling, and your coil should not be pieced together. If it breaks, you need to put all the pieces together, wedge it, and make a new one. So the first thing that you need to do when you start with rolling a coil is you're going to wedge it. So you're going to push it down onto the table and then stand it up, push it down, stand it up. Kind of makes this E.T. face, I say, if you know who E.T. is. And then you need to do this 25 to 30 times. It will stick to the table, but as you work, it will kind of take itself back off, and you can always scrape it back off if it gets too sticky. That's good enough for today, because I won't be keeping this coil. I like to take the coil, or the wedged clay, and then kind of make it into a ball in my hands. And then when you start to roll the clay out, it doesn't need to be a perfect ball, but you can start to roll it in between your hands to get the coil going. And then once you have it going, you can start to roll on the table. I recommend that you stand up so you can use your whole arm length to roll out. And you're going to just start in the middle and roll your hands out. Now, as you roll, if it feels like it's not rolling consistently or nice and round, then you can stop rolling, kind of pat it back down, or roll it between your hands and get it into more of a round shape. Two reasons that it might be doing that is you're not pressing hard enough, or you're pressing too hard. But notice when I roll, it's rolling completely over. I keep my hands in the middle and I roll them in the middle out. You can also use your hands and go like this and keep your hands together and roll back and forth down the coil. So if I press really hard in one spot, that's going to happen. This piece is not a very good coil. Okay? You can even out the high parts by just rolling in those sections. And you want your coil to be probably about as big as your thumb around, or the size of a thick Sharpie. Okay? Your teacher will give you specific directions for your project on that. So this is a good coil. If I am rolling a coil and I can get it to be uneven, you can hear that flapping noise sometimes. So this is not the correct way to keep rolling until it's so thin. I'm trying to get it to flap, but it didn't work.